Hey guys, so I wanted to do a really quick, well, not so quick, I guess, a Halloween tutorial for you guys. This is just the look that I've worn in the last couple of videos I've done, and a lot of people were asking about it, so I figured I'd just do a really quick tutorial. Hopefully I can get it all in one video. For some reason, I can only film a certain amount of time, so this might be 2 parts, but I will try not to drag it on. But I've already kind of done most of like the base of it, so it won't take as long. But let me just show you. So what I did is a gradient on all of these nails here, except for these 2, because I'm going to show you guys how I did it. And the colors I used are this OPI polish, and this one is called, let's see if I can even get it in focus. It's called Can't Find My Checkbook. I don't know. It's not focusing. It's called Can't Find My Checkbook. The next color I used with this was this one from Clean Color, and this one is Neon Aqua. And then the last one, the darkest color, is this one from OPI, and this one is You're So Euro. So all I did was use a makeup sponge, one of these little like wedge makeup sponges, and I just kind of cut it with some scissors, or you can tear it. I just cut mine. And this is kind of what it looks like. There's a ton of ways to do a gradient. This is just what works for me and how I do it. So let me just open up all of these colors really quick so I can have them ready. All right. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to grab your little sponge here, and you're going to grab your colors and just put them directly onto the sponge. I use this one a little bit thicker, the lighter blue, just because we're going to be stamping on the bottom. So I want the lighter part to be a little bit thicker so you can see the image better. And then you're just going to go onto your middle color here, and then to your darkest color on the top. You can kind of see it soaks right in. So sometimes for the first coat, or the very first time I apply polish to this, I'll put 2 coats down. And just like that. And then the dark one. And then all you're going to do is grab your nail, and you're going to kind of line it up to where you get a little bit of each color on the nail. And just kind of dab it on. You want to pull back the skin on the side so you can get on the inside there. And just kind of go almost back and forth so you can get that gradient effect. If you guys can see that. And then I'm going to do it again for this other finger. Sorry. So you're going to just reapply. I apply polish each time I do a nail. All right. So there's that. And then you're just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do it with this finger. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, all I have is 1 coat of the Can't Find My Checkbook on my nails as kind of like a base. So then you're just going to grab this, pull back that skin on the side to make sure you guys get all in the corner there. And then just kind of move it back and forth to get that gradient look. You can see. You can even lay your nail flat like this. And if this starts to dry and you keep patting it, it's going to actually pull the color up. So you want to wait for it to dry and put a second coat. But for this, I'm just going to do a single coat because we're going to be doing some stamping on it. So how I clean this up is I just get a little cotton swab and dip that in polish remover. And then you just want to get this and take off the majority of the polish from around your nail. So kind of just go around like this. And just get like most of it off. So you got, you know, most of it off. And then what I do is I have this little tool here. It's got like a dotting tool on one side and then a brush on the other side. And just dip my brush into polish remover. And then this way you can get really close up against the skin and get most of that polish off. So you can kind of see. And I'm just going to do kind of a quick little cleanup so this video is not crazy long. But also what I do when I do my gradients is I will get a top coat and apply a layer of top coat. When this is not completely dry, it's still a little bit tacky. And it kind of almost blends the colors together for you as well. So that's kind of neat. And then if you happen to stamp over it and you mess up, you can just get a like a cotton swab with polish remover and just lightly touch, like kind of rub it against your nail, and the stamp will come off, but your gradient won't. So it kind of gives it a little bit of a layer of protection as well. So that is why I do that. All right, so there's that. So for this hand here, what I did is put little moons down on my nails, and I used this color here. It's almost like a very light yellow. I wanted it to look like almost like the moon was glowing, so I didn't want to do like a bright yellow, but more of a pastel yellow. So I used this color here from Revlon, and this one's called Buttercup. And all I did was get a little image plate and kind of find some empty room here and drop some polish on there. And then I grabbed the largest of my dotting tools, which is this one here. And then I just dipped it into the polish and then just kind of swirled it around my nail like that. It's not a perfect circle, but that's fine with me. It doesn't bother me. So you're just going to kind of do that and then wait for that to dry before you do any stamping. Okay, so let's move on to the stamping. We'll start with this pinky nail here. So the image plate I used for that is this one here. This is by Wistonia, and this is plate 116. And what we're gonna do is use this little like graveyard headstone here, the one that says rest in peace. And then what I'm gonna use is the Conad Special Polish in black. And this is a scraper I use. It's just like a, I don't know, you can use like a gift card. I just don't like to scratch my plates, so that's why I use that. Okay, so you're just gonna apply polish to your image, and you're going to scrape off the excess, and then pick up your image and make sure that it looks okay, so it's all there. And then what I'm gonna do is kind of put it almost at an angle, like towards the side. And then you wanna press down any lift that it has. So you can kind of see that it's kind of towards the side, and that's kind of where I want it because I'm gonna put something else in the corner. So I want it a little bit towards the side. So what I wanted to do was put almost like a kind of like a creepy looking tree there. And I found this plate here. It's from Bundle Monster, and it's plate 224. And it's this image here. And if you flip it around, if you look, these little squiggly lines almost look like creepy looking trees. So I'm just going to use this one here at the top. So you want to just grab your polish and put it just on the part that you want stamped. So I'm just gonna do that little tree kind of image that I showed you. And we're gonna scrape it off, and you're gonna scrape away from it so you don't scrape into any other part of that image. And then you want to pick it up, and I'm gonna redo that because I'm talking too much and it dried. All right, so let's try that again. Okay. So we're gonna grab our polish again and just gonna put it on that little piece that we want stamped. Scrape away. And then you're gonna pick up that image, and then you wanna clean off anything you don't want. So we're gonna kinda scrape that. You can just rub it off with your finger, and then you've got like that tree there. So what I'm going to do is put that tree on the side of the nail, kind of next to the little headstone. There we go. So you can kind of see it there. There we go. You can see the little headstone with the little creepy tree. So you can, this one can be as is and be done, or you can kind of add some like ground to the bottom. So you can grab like, here's just a regular black polish and kind of just color in the bottom almost to where it looks like there's some ground. And it doesn't have to be even, so it kind of looks like it's, I don't know, uneven ground. So there's that. So that one's done. Super easy. All right, the next one we're gonna do is this one here with the moon on it. And what I'm gonna stamp on that one is a witch flying across the moon. So for that plate, I'm using this one here. And this is also from Westonia. And here's that little witch right there on the broom. So we're gonna use her. All right, so I'm gonna grab the polish and just put it over the image that I want. And we're gonna grab the scraper, scrape it off. We're gonna pick up our little witch, make sure she's all there. And then I'm gonna put her almost across the moon so it looks like she's flying across the moon. So there she is there, if you can see that. There she is. All right, and then what I want to do, because there's a lot of empty space here, so I'm going to put some bats kind of flying with her. So I'm just going to use the same plate, and I'm going to use this image here with all the bats, and I'm just going to kind of use the bottom ones here, like the smaller bats. And we're just going to scrape that off, and you're going to pick it up, and you want to clean off all the stuff that you don't want, because that will all stamp on your nails. So you want to clean that off. And then you're just going to find where you want to place it and stamp it down. So there are your bats flying with the witch. All right, so there's that one. All right, the next one we're gonna do is this finger here, and we're just gonna do a simple like haunted house. So I'm going to use this one here, and this is from Bundle Monster Plate 305, and we're just going to use this little house here. All right, so I'm going to put the polish on there, scrape it off. You're going to pick it up, make sure it's there, it looks good, and then we're going to stamp it kind of almost in the corner. All right, and there's our little house. And then I'm also going to put, let's see, what should we do here? Let's put some bats there too. So I'm going to grab that same plate with the little tiny bats on there. Kind of clean that off a little bit. And then we will grab the polish, put it on just the bottom ones again, scrape that off. And then pick up your bats, clean off anything you don't want, and then we're going to put the bats, am I in frame? Okay. Put the bats kind of on this side there, that empty space. So right there. All right, so this video is getting crazy long, so I'm going to stop it and then do a part 2. So I'll see you guys in a minute.